Hey, what's up everyone? And listen, today we're diving into something that honestly keeps me up at night as a wrestling fan, because these aren't just suspensions. These aren't just take a few weeks off situations. We're talking full on, don't come back. You're done here. Completely banned from WWE. And some of these stories are wild. Some are heartbreaking. And honestly, a couple of them might genuinely surprise you. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's get into it. Kicking things off at number 5 is Mashly Masri. Now, if you were watching WWE back in the mid-2000s, you remember her. She won the Diva Search in 2005. She had this incredible rock star energy. She was genuinely over with the crowd, but behind the scenes, things were getting really messy, with reports of personal issues, missed bookings, and in WWE, reliability is everything. If Vince can't count on you to be there, you're gone. Simple as that. And she was released in 2008. But here's where it gets so much heavier, because after her tragic passing in 2019, it came out that she had filed a serious lawsuit against WWE, making deeply disturbing allegations about her time with the company. And that lawsuit essentially ensured there was no path back, no celebration, no tribute. It's complicated, it's painful, and honestly, it's one of the saddest stories in this entire list. Coming in at number 4 is Kamala, the Ugandan giant. Now, James Harris wasn't banned in the traditional sense, but his relationship with WWE ended on such bitter, heartbreaking terms that the door was permanently closed, because this man spent years publicly speaking out about how badly WWE treated him financially, saying he never received proper royalties, that merchandise was sold with his likeness while he saw almost none of that money. And what makes it so gut-wrenching is that he was diabetic. He had both legs amputated. He was struggling financially while WWE profited off his image. And when you call out Vince McMahon directly and publicly the way James Harris did, that door doesn't just close, it locks. And he passed away in 2020, a legend who felt forgotten and discarded by the very company that made him famous. And that should make every wrestling fan angry. Number 3 is a little different. It's the Iron Sheik. And look, the Sheik is an all-time legend, one of the greatest heels in the history of this business. But his post-WWE life was absolutely chaotic, battling substance abuse, erratic public behavior, and then the Twitter era happened and his account became legendary for being completely unhinged. But some of what he said crossed lines that went beyond edgy, straight into genuinely offensive territory, and WWE quietly but firmly distanced themselves. They honored his legacy with a Hall of Fame induction in 2005, sure, but actively doing business with him? That door shut, and he passed away in 2023. And despite everything, the wrestling world mourned him hard, because inside that ring, the man was a generational talent. Now, number 2, and yeah, you knew this was coming, Hulk Hogan. And in 2015, a private recording leaked, and on that recording, Hulk Hogan said some of the most racist, disgusting things you will ever hear come out of a public figure's mouth. And WWE's response was immediate and total. They scrubbed him completely. His name vanished from the website. His merchandise was pulled. He was removed from the Hall of Fame. They acted like Hulk Hogan, the biggest star in wrestling history, never existed. And for 3 years, that was the reality. But then, in 2018, WWE brought him back, reinstated him into the Hall of Fame after public apologies and diversity training. And the fan reaction was genuinely divided. Some felt people deserve redemption. Others felt what he said was simply unforgivable. And honestly, both sides have a point. But what happened in 2015 was real. And the fact that the most iconic name in wrestling was completely erased tells you everything about how serious it was. And finally, number 1, the one that broke the internet, broke hearts, and is still being talked about, CM Punk. Because in 2014, Punk walked out the day after the Royal Rumble, quit, never came back, and for nearly a decade his name was basically forbidden backstage. His merchandise gone, his themes gone. He was the ghost of WWE. And then he went on Colt Cabana's podcast and absolutely destroyed the company, talking about being misused, medical neglect, feeling unsafe, and it was nuclear. It burned every bridge imaginable. But then, November 2023, Survivor Series, the music hits, and the crowd loses its absolute mind. CM Punk is back in WWE. So was he ever truly banned? Or did WWE eventually decide the money and the moment was bigger than the grudge? You decide, but those 9 years of silence spoke louder than any official statement ever could. So there you have it, 5 wrestlers who, for very different reasons, found themselves completely on the outside looking in. Some stories tragic, some controversial, some still being written. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button.